Fun fact, I recorded this once already. Went through all the questions, and my mic was muted the entire time. Like a 40-minute video of me answering questions. It's just complete silence. So, let me try this again. My name is Ty Coker, and my pronouns are they, them. A bit about myself. I do a lot of work as a freelance voice artist. And besides that, I'm just a really nerdy dude. Play a lot of video games, watch a lot of movies, and play a lot of D&D in my free time. I'm the parent of 2 wonderful cats, a border collie, and a cockatiel, all of which love to make all kinds of noise when I need to record something. What is my favorite thing about me? Whew, that is a hard question right at the start. Okay. So if I had to choose, and this is like a really general answer, I've always really appreciated my own sense of empathy. Just as something that's helped me in a lot of aspects of my life. I find it very easy to connect with people and understand where they're coming from. And that kind of helps me connect really well with people that I work with, as well as fictional characters. In the sense where in my performances, I find it easy to understand a character's motivations and the meaning behind the things that they say. And kind of like a secondary answer, I feel like it really helps me have a good sense of humor, where I feel like my empathy makes it really easy for me to read a room and know when is a good time to tell a joke, or kind of gauge what will cheer someone up or make them smile or make them laugh. And that's just a kind of a skill that I've had my whole life that I've always really appreciated about myself. In hindsight, that was a really complicated answer. I feel like I could have said something very simple, like, I like my voice, or my work ethic, or my moral compass, how I'm not such a terrible person. So I identify as non-binary and pansexual, and I guess I'm kind of unfortunate, to have really come to terms with my identity and discovered more about myself going into my adulthood, where I wasn't really out as anything as a teenager or in school. So I didn't have as major of an impact there. I did have some dramatic situations in high school about my sexuality that definitely hurt a lot of my relationships with friends and family members. But other than that, I find currently, as I have found out more about myself and, discovering more of how I identify as a person, I have found in my adulthood that I am surrounded by the most supportive people imaginable. And that support system has really helped to make me feel comfortable and not impact my daily life as much now. I do have the occasional friend that means well, that wants me to clarify what I mean by non-binary, or what is pansexual. I don't understand how that's different from bisexual, and that is it's annoying. It's a really minor inconvenience, but it hasn't been too terrible. I guess that extra attention is the main prolonged impact that I've had on my life. What does pride mean to me? Just that, isn't it? It's the meaning for me behind Pride and Pride Month is the antithesis of shame. It's reminding people that, you are who you are and you're not alone, and you have no reason to feel ashamed for that you deserve to have pride in who you are and how you feel, that your feelings are valid, your identity is valid, and it is something worth having pride in, and not something that you should be ashamed of, because that is the exact message that some people will try to put on you whenever you come out as however you identify or however your orientation is. People will try to shame you, and it's not right, and it's not deserved. You deserve to have pride regardless of who you are. So yeah, I mean, I don't think it gets any more complicated than that for me. What do you think podcasting or audio fiction does well in terms of representation, and what would you like to see done differently? Okay, so confession time. I am very much guilty of only really ingesting podcasts and audio fiction that I'm personally a part of. So there is a lot that I have not listened to. So my opinion is very biased and maybe not too valid. So I actually don't know if representation is a problem in audio fiction. So I'm gonna leave it to other people to say for sure what they do well and what needs to be done differently. For myself, the projects that I've listened to are ones that I wanted to be a part of, and a lot of those situations is that I wanted to be a part of those projects because they handled representation so well. And it was, kind of this rare level of representation that I don't see very often in other forms of media. Very much like Super Suits. It does just an incredible job. See also Camp Here and There, Demonic, Standard Docking Procedure. Taking this moment to plug things that I'm in because they're the ones that I know. I can't say too much because I don't actually know if there's a problem because I've only listened to a select few audio fictions. So that answer might not be worth anything. Sorry. What role did you play in the development of Super Suits? Okay, see, this answer's a little bit complicated. Of course, I provide the voice for Hazel Hallo, Harper Hollow's twin sibling. What I'm not sure if I'm allowed to say for sure is I am sort of responsible for the fact that Hazel Hallo is a character at all. I sort of invented the character that I play just by auditioning and by being myself. So yeah, I don't know if I'm allowed to fully go into that right now. So just in case, I'm gonna give you a second answer, and if I'm not allowed to say anything that I just said, cut all of that out and replace it with this one. Okay, ready? Go. I provide the voice for Hazel Hallo, Harper Hollow's twin sibling, and contributed nothing else to the development of the show. Is that good? You think they're gonna buy that? How did your lived experiences inform your work on Super Suits? Well, so I play Hazel Hallo, and Hazel Hallo is themselves non-binary as well. And something that Super Suits does very well, as well as a lot of other series that I've been a part of, is that Hazel and Harper are non-binary, and it's not incredibly important to the plot of the show. It's just who they are, and that's kind of how I feel about myself. I am non-binary, and I don't feel like it needs to be at the forefront of everything that I do. It's just how I identify. So I guess I was able to just feel that much more natural and just at home, uh, being Hazel Hollow and living in their shoes for a little bit. Uh, it really was just that much easier to not really have to keep that in mind because it's just I relate so easily from my own daily life that it just made getting into character that much easier. Do I have a favorite character? Okay, out of the main cast, and I'm interested to see what everyone else says for this because I actually really love Gideon Smerton. And I know that's part to do with Noah's performance as Gideon, um, but just the way that Gideon is written and their attitude that they bring to every scene that they're in, I just love it. And I'm so looking forward to seeing more of Gideon's character development. And again, just Noah's performance just knocks it out of the park anytime when Gideon needs to go on some kind of savage, over the top rant about something. Mwah, it's just perfect every single time. Outside of the main cast, I really like Captain Cowboy. If you can give someone else on the cast or crew a superpower, who would it be, and which power would you give them? Okay, it would need to be Aaron, and I don't know what kind of power to give her. See, I want to give her some kind of enhanced super endurance, just because in my conversations with her, she does so much work while also being a parent and having so much else going on where she has a very limited amount of time to do all the work that she needs to do. And it blows me away that she's able to do it all at once. So maybe giving her like one of those superpowers where you never have to sleep. Which just like you never feel tired, like you always have energy. Like that is a superpower, right? I feel like Aaron's gonna smack me for saying this because this doesn't sound like a fun superpower when I can pick literally anything. You know what? No, still Aaron, give her the power of flight for no reason, just because it sounds fun. And finally, what would you like to tell the audience in preparation for Super Suits? Okay, I'm gonna be very vague about this. If you are waiting for the release of Super Suits and you were unable to donate to our crowdfunding campaign to be able to sit in on our live streamed rehearsals and have no idea what you're in store for, I just want to say that I am so jealous of you that you get to experience this show with no prior knowledge of the characters, what they're like, how they're portrayed, and what they are going to do and say. Because this show is just a roller coaster of great writing, great moments, great characters, and great actors playing those characters perfectly. Everyone in the cast is so perfect as their characters, and I am just so excited to be a part of it. And I am just bouncing off the walls with excitement of getting to hear how it all sounds together. So, and that's as someone who knows exactly what's going to happen. So I just want to say, if you're someone waiting for this show and you're excited, you should be. And if you're getting to watch it with no prior knowledge from our rehearsals or anything beforehand, I'm incredibly jealous of you. And I hope that means something. All right. I think that's all the questions. So good luck with this and your project. and I'm excited to see what everyone else says to these. But bye bye for now.